Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Puna Strong Virtual Resource Fair. And today we have two wonderful speakers talking about some employment opportunities and information for you guys. So we have Kealoha Dalbert, who is the Assistant Director of Youth Services for Goodwill's Ola Ikahana program. She oversees the program focused on Hawaii Island and Oahu. She has earned a BA from Hawaii Pacific University and has a passion working with youth, adults in the nonprofit sector. Kealoha has worked with this opportunity youth for more than 10 years. So hi, Kealoha. Thanks for joining us.
Hello. Hi, Ray. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you. And we also have Ms. Suniva Pota, who is currently the program coordinator under the Goodwill's Career Services, overseeing the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act Adult and Dislocated Worker Program, which is located at the American Job Center. And Suniva was born and raised in Hilo, and she's dedicated to serving Hawaii Island community through education and empowerment, through employment and financial opportunities. So again, Suniva, thank you so much.
Thank you, Ray, for having me.
Absolutely. So I'm going to turn this over to Kealoha to start talking about Goodwill and some of the services they provide. Kealoha.
Absolutely. Thank you, Ray. So before I start off, I just wanted to give everyone a brief introduction of Goodwill and our mission statement. So Goodwill's mission is to help people with employment barriers to reach their full potential and to become self-sufficient. Goodwill is not only just known for our retail stores statewide, but we are also known for our mission services oriented programs. And in that, the Ola Ikahana Youth Program is able to provide services to youth on Hawaii County, Hawaii Island. And we provide services to youth under the Workforce Innovation and Opportunities Act, otherwise known as WIOA. Services that we provide are for youth between the ages of 14 through 24. We provide the service to in-school youth age ranging between 14 through 21. And then for our out-of-school population, ages 16 through 24. Some of the benefits a youth can receive through our program is one, tutoring and alternative secondary school offering. And in doing so, those who have not earned a high school diploma are able to attend our out-of-school program services to receive their high school equivalency diploma or their GED. And these diplomas are issued through the Waipahu Community School for Adults. So we partner with adult education and issuing out high school equivalency diplomas. One of the things that the Ola Ikahana program has been successful in providing is our paid and or unpaid work experience. And through our community work experience program, youth are able to gain entry-level work experience with businesses in Hawaii County. What we do is we provide job readiness training for these entry-level positions. And it's based off of the individual programs or individualized service strategies or assessments. Once a youth is found eligible for services, they meet with a youth specialist and they complete an individual assessment, which helps our staff to determine how we would be able to best provide the support and services to these opportunity youth in Hawaii County. In addition to that, another service we provide is occupational skills training, where we support the youth in attaining some type of credential. Recently, we've had youth who have graduated from an occupational skills training course, like a certified nurses aid program. Some have received CDLs. And we also try to help them to enroll in some type of course that will help them benefit their future employment opportunities. Um, in doing so, the Oli Kahana program is also able to provide support services to all of the youth that are enrolled, whether it's with transportation, whether it's with work attire, uniforms. For our in-school population, a lot of them need assistance with paying for their ACTs or their SAT testing or for their books for school. Our program has been very fortunate to assist the youth in that. A big piece is our adult mentoring program, where youth are able to meet with our youth specialists and be given the support and the mentoring services that are needed for them, and helping to support them in meeting their future goals. Um, the program also is beneficial as far as helping youth with financial literacy education. Um, so we are partnering with several organizations as far as the curriculum that we teach to the youth. And in doing so, they're able to learn about financial um, awareness, as well as, some have opened bank accounts. And so through the financial literacy program, they are able to, begin saving money and learn about the long-term effects and benefits of having an account. Um, Additionally, we do provide post-secondary education support for those who need that support, with registering or admissions into post-secondary ed. My staff and I meet with with the youth and or their families and help them to, submit their first and foremost their application for college. And secondly, we also help them with completing their federal aid packet. Um, and so, those are just some of the benefits of what a youth can receive while participating in the Oli Kahana program. Let's see. I'm sorry, Ray. Is there anything else that maybe perhaps I missed that?
Actually, Kayla, I did have a couple of questions that kind of popped up, and
Yeah.
wanted to kind of throw this out at you, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you mentioned like GED and these support services. So how does one access services, or how does one get into your program?
Yep. So for a youth who's interested in program services, if they are 18 and older, they can generally just call our office at 808-443-5865. And they can schedule an intake appointment, and or just get general information. For those under the age of 18, though, we ask that they can call and inquire about services. However, we ask that the parent or guardian contact our office to schedule an intake appointment if they are interested. So again, the number is 808-443-5865. But if people are interested and want to just kind of see general information about the program, they're able to go onto the Goodwill Hawaii website. And there's a list of all of our mission services programs on the website.
Oh, wonderful. And in terms of locations, are services provided in Hilo, in Puna, island-wide, or?
Yep. So we provide services. So we have two office locations. So we have one located in Hilo, in the Keaukaha area, and then we also have one in Kailua Kona. And so youth, it kind of just depends on on where they live, we can provide services at both of our locations.
Wonderful. And another question that just popped up, Kelos,
Mhm.
is you had mentioned in-school and out-of-school youth. Can you talk a little bit about what the difference is between those two?
Sure. So to be considered an in-school youth, the youth again has to be between the ages of 14 through 21. They can either be enrolled in a Department of Education setting, or they can be in post-secondary ed. So whether, as long as they are in a school setting, they would be considered an in-school student. Now, for those in our out-of-school program, out-of-school youth program, they range between the ages of 16 through 24. And so these are the youth who may not have graduated, and are seeking education support. And so our program is there to offer that. In addition to that, for those who may have graduated from high school, but are not in any school setting, so they haven't gone to college and chose not to, we are able to provide that service. Or, if they're looking for employment services or, some type of support service, we're able to provide that for the out-of-school population.
Oh, that's amazing, Kat. That's some wonderful programming that you have over there.
you.
And then with this Puna Strong virtual fair, I think it's really important that this information gets out to the people who have been impacted by disaster and who may have kids who are struggling with school, who have decided
Absolutely.
to no longer go back or having issues, that there are
Mhm.
resources to give them that support.
Absolutely.
So thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, and then our offices are open from 7:45 to 4 o'clock. And so, generally, if they call in, we'll respond right away.
Excellent. Well, I don't see any more questions for you, Kara. So,
Okay.
So thank you.
Okay, great. We'll pass it on to Ms. Siniva Pota, who is the program coordinator for our WIOA Adult and Dislocated Worker Program.
Mahalo, Kea. Appreciate that. What a wonderful overview of what we do here at Goodwill. In addition to our youth program, we also have more programs that are geared towards equipping those in our community attain self-sufficiency. Though each program targets a specific demographic or group of people, all services provided through our career services programs assist with helping those in our community. There are a wide array of things that we provide to those in our community. Number one, we help all participants identify a career pathway. A lot of the times, the folks that come to us or seek our services are unsure of what it is that they want to do. And so through our services, what we aim to do is provide a holistic whole view approach in servicing our clients and our participants. Number two, we develop a specialized individual employment plan. So here at Goodwill, we really pride ourselves with working one-on-one with each person that comes through our door. Not everyone is the same, and we recognize that. And so our employment counselors are geared and trained towards providing individual services that help folks get to where it is that they need to go. Number three, learning about the local job market and opportunities. It is so critical here for us at Goodwill to pair folks up with careers that are in demand and that need specialized training and/or skills. Number four, we also assist with tuition assistance for select online and in-person courses. Several examples that I can provide now are if those want to become certified nurses aides, commercial drivers, CDL Class A, we provide those types of services and tuition assistance. Number five, helping folks access job readiness training and more specifically, on-the-job training. Six, keeping, maintaining, and obtaining job promotions. And last but not least, seven, we here at Goodwill, again, believe in helping people reach that self-sufficiency. And so how long that depends. It depends on each person. And so through our variety of services, what the main goal is to support our participants in every stage of life to make sure that their employment goals are met, that they attain a career pathway that they can be proud of, that they can lead towards better lifestyle for themselves and for their families. So specifically in our career services program, I'd like to think of it as an umbrella. And under this umbrella, we have specific programs that service specific demographics. And so one of the programs is our low income program. And so anyone over the age of 18, very much like Keloha said, can gain access to services that help them obtain a job and then go towards that career pathway that they're looking towards. If someone comes to us and they are not a US citizen, we are also able to service them through our low income program in addition to our legal permanent resident program. For those that are maybe incarcerated on parole or probation, we also have our reintegrating program. For those that may be unsure of which program they qualify for, my biggest recommendation is if you are 18 and older and you are in need of services, contact us at Goodwill because we have, again, a variety of programs. Now, what I'm going to specifically talk about is our Workforce Innovation Opportunity Act program. There are 3 different categories of WIOA programs that I particularly oversee. Number 1 is the adult program. And so anybody that is 18 years or older that may be on public assistance, that may need assistance with obtaining higher education, vocational training, anyone that may have English as a second language, really the opportunities are endless. And so if you're 18 and older and really looking for a better way of life or better income or a little bit more direction, then our adult program is geared to assisting with that. Our dislocated worker program is anybody that has been laid off, furloughed, terminated at no cost or at no reason of their own that is also looking for employment opportunities. So really, the key here of what we do at Career Services at Goodwill is helping people to eliminate as much barriers as we possibly can to gain self-sufficiency. And so those 5 or more programs that I just mentioned in a nutshell really are geared to helping everyone. And so if ever you are in doubt or if you're not too sure if you qualify, the best thing that I can advise anybody to do is give us a call at Goodwill. Now, if you are unsure of who to contact at Goodwill, you can contact me directly. So again, my name is Suniva Pota, and you can reach me at 808-443-5878. I will make sure that we share contact information. But our programs here at Goodwill are so extensive, and we have locations, as Kia said, in multiple areas. We service the entire Hawaii Island. Our WIOA program that I spoke of, the adult dislocated workers, that program is housed at the American Job Center. And so really in collaboration with the American Job Center and our County of Hawaii, we're equipped to help people reach whatever employment goals that they have set for themselves so that they can have that measure of financial freedom, self-sustainability, and self-sufficiency. So how does this all relate to being at this Puna Strong event? Well, with disaster, we know that people are stuck. Where do they go? What do they do? Well, 2 particular grants that we also received as part of the WIOA program is our National Dislocated Worker Grant. And so very much like what happened in 2018 with the lava eruption, it are programs and grants like this that are designed to help people develop that resiliency and to get back up on their feet and to give them that motivation and that guide and the resources, albeit financial or counseling, mentorship, to really attain and find that stability that they may have lost due to the disaster. And so really our programs are extensive. We provide intensive case management guidance. And so everyone that comes to our doors are never doing things alone. Again, we have a variety of employment counselors that are right here on deck, ready to serve and ready to help people take that first step that they need to get back to financial resiliency and overall resiliency. So really, in a nutshell, those are the things that we do at Goodwill. And again, services are provided at no cost to the participant. So anybody that you know, whether it be family, friends, coworkers that have been affected by COVID, by a disaster, by whatever it may be, give us a call. Give us a call and we can definitely streamline or send you and assign you to someone that can help you immediately and specifically. And so, yes, we at Goodwill are very happy to be here at this event, and we look forward to working with everybody that does come our way. And we guarantee that even if the process may seem long and drawn out, as we know you will be faced with a lot of information at this event, it's all about the resources. And so give us a call and let us know how we can help serve you and work with you. And again, whether you are youth or adult, Goodwill has a variety of programs and services that are tailored to help you as an individual or as a family, for us as a community, to really empower ourselves and to be stronger, more resilient individuals and people. So mahalo again, Ray, for having us. I am not too sure if I covered everything, or if you have any questions, Ray, please let me know.
Well, thank you, Suneva. That was very, very informative and so much information in your little presentation there. As you were talking, and I'm thinking about, you know, some of the things that have come up over the last year regarding COVID and how that kind of changed the landscape of things. So with the WIO program that you mentioned, what do people need to do to access services? Do they just call you, or do they just stop in at the American Job Center? All of the above?
So there are a couple routes. So the quickest route to getting services and to understanding what the other details might be. Quickest route, as I said earlier, you can contact me directly, because I do understand that it becomes overwhelming. Where do we call? Do we call Goodwill? Do we call the American Job Center? Who, what, where, when, why? And so I definitely will make myself available to help triage and direct the calls as they need to be. So you can contact me directly. Now you can also go the second route, which is also great, and contact the American Job Center directly at 808-935-6527. And again, Ray, you can distribute that in your resources, and they can ask to speak to a WIOA employment counselor, and someone will be available to help them directly with eligibility and more specified and tailored program services. Now, I should mention, in this ever-changing world of COVID, our American Job Center is closed to the public. And so as of this moment, folks that are interested in our services shouldn't come down right away expecting immediate entry. So it is safest to have everyone call, schedule an appointment, discuss what the next steps might be, and then go from there.
And Suneva, in terms of addressing those who have been impacted by disaster, and looking at things like job opportunities and job outlook, what kind of retraining or resources do you guys provide in terms of those? Like, what kind of job outlooks do you guys work with?
Well, through our grant programs, we also have several options. So we currently also manage the National Disaster Worker Grant programs. If a person is interested, the county had vetted a few work sites that range from farming work sites to hospitality cleaning work sites. There's quite an extensive list. And so what that offers is immediate placement. Though it's temporary, it's geared towards putting people back to work immediately and quickly so that they can gain a source of income. And so if someone is interested in one of those types of work sites with immediate work, we can funnel them through one of our COVID programs. If they're not interested in any of those temporary work sites, what our employment counselors are trained in doing is providing assessments in understanding what the person's strengths are, in helping them to understand what our available classes and courses are. Like I said earlier, our courses range from CNA to CDL to security guard cards. There are quite a lot of free training opportunities that we have. And so really employment counselors work on a case-by-case basis to see what the best route of action will be. If it is just for employment, we at Goodwill are also connected at the state level. We have partnerships that run from locally here on Hawaii Island to statewide. And an example that I can provide you with is the work that we do with one of Governor Ige's mandated programs, Remote Ready Hawaii. And that has been a wonderful program that we have been able to place folks in and giving them remote work options. So actually working from home, earning a very stable income that can help them in their way of life. And so really, Ray, the possibilities are endless with what we can do. And all we'll need is that open and honest communication about what the participant wants. And we will develop and continue to utilize our current networks to make that happen.
Oh, wonderful. And there's a question that popped up that I think I'm going to pose to both you and Kealoha.
Mm-hmm.
There was some mention of job readiness training. So what does that include and what does that look like for Goodwill or your programs in specifically?
So for job readiness training, the curriculum is developed, it's tested, it's based on best practices at our state level. And so we take a lot of pride in being able to teach best practice curriculum. And in a nutshell, Kia can explain what she does on the youth side, but for our career services side, what we do is we train them when it comes to self. So being able to self-identify, self-advocate, get to know yourself so that way you can advocate and promote yourself in a professional setting. We specifically focus on resume building, on interview skills, on being able to effectively job seek, utilizing the current tools and resources, search engines that we have, and helping them build that self-efficacy. And we do it in different modalities. So for our reintegrating program, that is our program for our inmates over at Halenani. We actually go into the facility 10 hours a month, Monday through Friday, and we train our existing inmates on all of those topics that I just mentioned. For the programs that are based in-house at Goodwill, the modality is in person or online. We utilize Zoom, telephone, in-person meetings to be able to train our participants to building that confidence. So again, we don't just throw our participants out there into the world, so to speak, to fend for themselves. We help them with whatever it is they need. We're able to tailor our curriculum. So if somebody needs a little bit more confidence and to build that self-efficacy, well, we're going to focus a little bit more on the interview portion. If somebody doesn't have an idea of what to do with the resume, well, we have workshops there that we can focus on. And so really, is client-based and driven. And that again is across all of our career services programs, both at Goodwill and at the American Job Center. And so Kia.
Yeah, thank you, Suniva. Yeah, so going off of what Suniva had said, the U program as well provides, the job readiness training based off of our best practices curriculum, and it has been wonderful because we are able to tailor it to the means of the populations that we work with. And so, like Suniva, one of the priorities is to help our youth to develop resumes. A lot of them do come in and they don't have any work experience or very little. And so part of our job readiness training is to help them to build that resume. And in doing so, we are able to provide, as I mentioned earlier, some service called the Community Work Experience Program. With the experience that they've gained through entry-level work, they're able to use that experience on their resumes and are able to continue to build those resumes. In addition to that, we've been very fortunate, like Suniva has says, at Goodwill, our mission service department is really we all work together in providing the service, and in doing so, other departments in our mission service programs, the staff are able to assist with mock interviews. And in our mock interviews, our participants are able to kind of get a feel of what to expect when they go into their actual interviews. And so it kind of helps a lot with that. We do also provide what's called soft skills trainings in our JRT classes. And part of those soft skills is to help build communication and to help our clients to be able to communicate what they want to say, and how to address certain situations. In addition to that, Suniva had mentioned about building the self-confidence, and that is one of the biggest things right now, especially during these trying times. And so, we try to help our participants, whether they're youth or adult, to build that self-confidence. A big one that has helped a lot of the youth participants is our time management soft skills training. So that helped them to kind of determine and prioritize. And so part of the JRT again does include soft skills training as well. So yeah.
And one thing I do want to add on to what Kia is saying that can kind of emphasize the real strength behind us as an organization is our programs cross. And so the leadership here at Goodwill, Kealoha especially, she's really good about seeing who of her youth can benefit from adult services as well. And so we actually, both youth and adult, share a few clients. We double up and we hone in on whatever it is that they need, whether it be from paying for vaccinations, for work, for paying for the tattoo licensing for one of the gals that we're servicing. And to me, it is beautiful because the client never has to worry about which program am I going to. We are so well connected as an organization, and we communicate openly and honestly to help our participants gain as much services or access to services as possible.
Absolutely.
So that is awesome.
Oh, that is absolutely fantastic and wonderful services. Now, Suniva, you mentioned an immigrant program.
Yes.
Are there other ancillary services that you provide for immigrants?
We have a very close relationship with the County of Hawaii Office of Immigration, and we liaise very often with the contact person there. And through our referrals, we are able to give them access to services such as renewing passports, I-94. We may not necessarily provide those in-house, but again, we never do just referrals. We do warm handoffs, and we make sure that whatever we refer to, we follow up on to make sure that they gain the services. But in addition to that, again, we're very employment focused. And so some of our folks that are in the legal permanent resident program, English is not their first language. And so they struggle with being able to communicate, like Kea mentioned, or be able to effectively and professionally promote themselves. And so that is where our job readiness training really comes in strong to help give them that experience and give them the confidence. One thing that we do with our legal permanent residents is we also try to acclimate them, meaning we slowly build up their confidence. And so an example that we recently did with a legal permanent resident that is enrolled in LPR, legal permanent resident, and WIOA, what we did was we had 2 counselors and myself come together and prepare this person. We did a phone screening and phone interview practice with him. We did in person, and we also did a Zoom interview practice with him. And the goal was to lead him to an on-the-job training work site that we had developed here at Goodwill. And so really, regardless of all of the programs, when it comes to servicing our immigrants, they receive just the amount of services that everyone else receives. And if they need help with English or any other type of language improvement, again, we partner with Waipahu Community School for Adults to help with English language learner, to take certain tests to help assess where they are at. So we do all that we can to make sure that they get the services to improve so that they can be efficient in the workforce.
That is just amazing in terms of the wraparound services that Goodwill provides through career services and the OLA program. Okay, there was a question that came up regarding your, I think you called it the community work experience program.
Mhm.
Is that working with a specific employer, or do participants just pick one and that they're interested in working with, or how does that work?
Yeah, so our community work experience program, it's individualized, yeah. So it's based off of their individual assessment and their career pathway that they choose. It's generally provided for those who are seeking entry-level work experience, yeah. And so what we do is based off of their assessment and their interests, job interests, we go out into the communities and we talk to businesses about partnering with the program, and those who are willing to partner with the youth program, they teach them the entry-level work experience skills, and eventually, in most times, the employer will pick up the youth and hire either part-time or full-time through their companies. And so, really the program is just, we're here to support the youth in finding employment. And it is through subsidized employment. So the youth, while they're learning these entry-level work skills, they are it is a paid work experience.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's we've have a lot of community partners, and just we're just super happy and excited about the partnership that has grown into something today.
Mhm, mhm. Wonderful. Well, I don't see any more questions there. Is there any final thoughts from either one of you?
Yeah, I just like to add that our offices are open Monday through Friday. If maybe I wasn't able to answer some of the questions that people may have, please feel free to call our office any time of the week. Again, our number is 808-443-5865, and we'll be happy to answer any questions anybody might have. And thank you again, Ray, for inviting me.
Thank you, Kealoha.
Yes, definitely. And along the same line of thought as Kea, mahalo, Ray, for having us and really promoting the programs for the benefit of the community. And so for those of you that are watching and in a place of wanting better for yourself, for your family, for your friends, like Kia said, please give us a call. Ray will share at the end of this, we'll have him post all of our contact information again. So don't hesitate, contact us and we would be more than happy to help in any way that we possibly can. So mahalo, Ray, and everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. I want to thank you, Suniva, and thank you, Kilo, for being here. And I do want to say it's very, very exciting to see that there are a lot of resources for people who have been dislocated by disaster and who are trying to bounce back, which is, I think, the real intent of this fair is to find that resiliency, to give people the resources and opportunities that they need so that they can become self-sufficient again. Puna has always been strong, and we want to just find the things that make them stronger. And I think this is definitely it. And it's also very exciting to hear that there are also the everyday resources for people who are out there who want to make a change or who want to improve their station in life and make a difference in their own lives. So again, thank you both for being here, and it's much appreciated.
Yeah. Huyo.
Thank you. All right, everybody. Thank you. And we will see you at the next session. Thank you.